If you've been wondering if it's possible to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time, then by the end of this video, you should have your answer. But spoiler alert, if this is your goal, you're going to have to work hard for it. Muscle gain while losing body fat is physiologically difficult, particularly amongst individuals who are already lean. But there is growing evidence that it's possible. But nutrition needs to be on point and you need to have the right training program in place. We'll get to the nutrition principles in a minute, but when it comes to training, you need to be lifting heavy weights multiple times per week. As to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, you need to be progressively overloading your muscles with heavier weights. If you aren't willing or able to commit to this, you should reevaluate whether now is the right time to pursue this goal. For nutrition, a fundamental concept in simultaneously building muscle and losing fat is what we call periodized nutrition. This involves adapting your nutritional intake based on your training program and fueling more when your body needs it and cutting back when it doesn't. There are 4 fundamental nutrition strategies to help achieve the goal of body recomposition. Number 1, have a high protein intake. This is crucial for body recomposition. Aim for the higher end of protein requirements, around 2.2 grams of protein per kilo per day on both resistance training and non-resistance training days. Number 2, have an even distribution of protein throughout the day. Research has shown that muscle protein synthesis is maximized when protein is evenly distributed across the day compared to consuming the same amount of protein across only 2 eating occasions. We recommend having a protein spike every 3 hours, which for most means they have 4 to 5 protein spikes across the day, and make sure one of those is 30 to 60 minutes post-training. Number 3, fuel training adequately. A high carbohydrate snack before training is important to provide energy during training. This will help maximize your training potential and provide your body with the energy it needs to lift heavy weights. Ideally, for a pre-training snack, think easily digestible carbs that can be used right away. For example, a banana, some white toast with honey, or a handful of dried fruit. And number 4, maintain a small energy deficit. The tricky part about building muscle and losing fat is that they're counterintuitive. To build muscle, ideally you need to be in an energy surplus, whereas to lose fat, you need to be in an energy deficit. To increase your chances of promoting fat loss while also avoiding loss of muscle, focus on being in a small energy deficit, somewhere around 10 to 15%. Creating a bigger deficit than this increases the likelihood of losing muscle. You need to set realistic goals. All too often we see athletes give up on their body comp goals because they set the bar too high for what was realistic for them at the time. Gaining a quarter to half a kilo of muscle per week is possible for some, but other factors like genetics, training status, baseline body composition, hormones like testosterone and sleep all influence muscle growth and the magnitude of body recomposition.